Hello guys, so in this video we will take a look at the raster symbology. So we have our 3D analyst MXD that have the TIN file on it, and because the TIN, as we said, is triangle irregular network, we can view it in so many different ways by right click on the layer itself, open the properties and go to the symbology tab, and here you will see that we have two types: the type to show the colors of the elevation as we see here right now, and we have the elevation also, and the edge types. What we can do, we can add more types here, and we can represent our TIN data in this way or in any other way. Like for example, we can make triangles from the data by selecting this edge with the same symbol and say add, and also we can add different colors, different way to represent the data, and let's say for example add the points for the triangles. So here we will say add, we'll say dismiss this one. So now we have two more symbology that we can view our TIN layer with it, its nodes and edges. So you can enable or disable how to show your data from here. So right now this showing the edge types and the elevation. So let's hide the edge types and the elevation, and we will only show the nodes and the edges. And you can change the symbology for the nodes, and you can change the symbology for the edges. When we click OK here, you will see that our map will change to show the actual triangles. Every single triangle has 3 points connected to it. So here, if we zoom in a little bit, it will look like a network, and actually it's a network of slopes. So every single triangle here have a slope value, the same slope value, and every single pixel inside the triangle have an elevation value. So if we, for example, choose this triangle right here and I click anywhere, you will see that we have elevation with a certain value and the slope is 89. If I click anywhere inside this triangle, I will have the same slope value, but I will have different elevation value, which means that every single pixel inside this triangle have the same slope value, but have a different elevation value. And when I click on another triangle, I will get another slope value. So this one, as we saw, it's 89.977. If I click on this one, you will see that the slope value changed. If you click on inside any triangle, you will see that the value changed. So this is how a TIN file is structured. It's triangles connected to each other, and each triangle have the same slope value, and each pixel have a different elevation value. So if we close it again and we go to properties and we try to view it in any different way, like for example, let's add the way where we want to see the points that may be on the top that can hold like areas. Like let's say for example, we are gonna represent it with a grayscale. So we're gonna add this one, dismiss, and hide everything and only show this grayscale, which is the faces, and we'll say OK. And now as we see, our image is shown in a green scale value, and as you see, some areas have a lighter green, some areas is dark. So the way you can see here is based on the illumination, and we saw in the previous video what is illumination. But if I come here again and I change the illumination, you will see that the green values will change based in where my source of light exists. So if I say here OK, you will see that it's like the sun coming from this direction to this direction. And if I change it again to, for example, let's make it on the top right here, and like just keep the sun on the north, I'll say OK, you will see that now the image changed, how it looks like it's like the sun on the top, so there's not a lot of shades. So let's bring it back to the default, say OK. And this is the way you can change your symbology for raster layer to represent your raster data however you want, based on the triangles. Or if you have a different layer that is not a TIN, you can change your symbology for the raster from here to give every single pixel a value based on what value it contains. Maybe you have a raster that have some different values from different bands, different spectrums, because every satellite have a different bands and have different spectrums, and each pixel will have different values, and you can change the symbology for these values from the layer properties in the symbology tab. So this is how you can use the symbology tab, and that's it for this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.